Number 10 is Strike the Blood 4. The complete story of the series Strikes the Blood turns around an average scholar, Kojo Akatsuki. Next, the series moves towards a human-made island named Itagami Island. Certainly, this island has developed into a dangerous monster and demon sanctuary. In the series that has been created, Kojo might be a very powerful vampire. With this, there is a prediction that he can cause an imbalance of power among the other three ancestors. To confirm this prediction, a neophyte sword shaman, Yukina Himeragi, is sent to look at him. With this, there was another plan that if this prediction becomes positive, then Kojo might get terminated. With this, the third season of the series portrays that Kojo Akatsuki has received an invitation from Princess Folia to visit Sardine's kingdom. But, some unexpected things happen over there, the attack which everyone has faced. Moreover, in the fourth season, fans may foresee that Kojo may unfold these attackers' truth and take revenge on them. And along with this, in the fourth season of Strike, the Blood will come up with some hidden and bitter truths. If you love anime and fantasy, high school series, we bet you'll love Strike the Blood because it is a perfect combination of all those elements. Number 9 is BNA. In the 21st century, the presence of animal humans came to light after being hidden in the darkness of history. Michiru lived life as an ordinary human until one day she turned into a Tanuki human. She runs away and takes refuge in an exceptional city area called Anima City that was set up 10 years ago for animal humans to be able to live as themselves. There Michiru meets Shiru, a wolf human who hates humans. Through Shiru, Michiru starts to learn about the worries, lifestyle, and joys of animal humans. As Michiru and Shiru try to absorb why Michiru turned into an animal human, they get wrapped up in a huge incident. This anime is a wonderfully dramatic, fast, and powerful story all rolled into phenomenal animation. Number 8 is called Sword Art Online, Alicization, War of Underworld 2nd season, and it is based on the famous VR game. This anime season picks up for the second day of the final stress test. The Army of Darkness, driven to desperation by the coordinated onslaught at the hands of the Integrity Knights, has begun to retaliate with incredibly reckless tactics. Critter, who had been observing the events of the underworld from the outside, has successfully reinforced the forces of the Army of Darkness. Asuna, who was unable to deal with this pressure, begins to skin into despair. But all is not lost. Two new deities of the underworld will descend to lend their aid, the Blazing White Soulless and the Earth Mother Terraria. And the ones in possession of these super accounts are none other than Sinon and Lifa. This anime is worth watching because it has very good action scenes, and the story develops very carefully. Number 7 is My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Most people would favor being the leader of a world full of adventure, be it in a game or a different world. But, regrettably, a certain girl is not so lucky. Recovering the memories of her former life, she understands that she was reborn in the creation of Fortune Lover, one of the games she used to play. Unfortunately, the character she was reincarnated into, Katarina plays, is the game's main antagonist, who faces utter doom in every ending. Using her extensive knowledge of the game, she takes it upon herself to escape from the chains of this accursed destiny. But, this will not be an easy feat, especially since she needs to be cautious about not setting off death flags that may speed up the impending doom she is trying to avoid. Even so, to make a change that will affect the lives of everyone around her, she strives, not as the heroine, but as the villainess. This show's plot is not your typical romance, shoujo anime. Neither is it one of your cliché video game-based anime, and the character design is fine as well. Number 6 is called The Tower of God, and it is about climbing towers once, and once you climb to the top, you can achieve fame, glory, power, and anything else you desire in your life. People who are lucky enough get chosen to climb the tower and go through many tests to fulfill their dreams. But some people can enter on their free will, and they are called irregular, and they are feared by many and said to leave madness and change in their wake. The main character's name is 25th Bam, one of the irregulars who wants to climb the tower in hopes of reuniting with his childhood friend Rachel. But as Bam was climbing the tower, Bam soon discovers the perilous path will put him in the crosshairs of fierce competitors, untrustworthy rivals, and terrifying monsters, and he might not make it out alive. The main reason this anime made it on the list is because of its unique action and tests. Number 5 is Somali and the Forest Spirit. In a society where the ruined human species has been pushed almost to destruction by the monsters that now control the land, a wood golem is shocked to find a human child sitting solely in the woods, dirty, barefoot, and chains. The golem takes little Somali under his protection. The two begin a journey together, traveling through beautiful and dangerous lands where the small girl's humanity must be kept hidden for her safety. The golem hopes to find Somali's parents alive somewhere, but the chances of this are slim, and besides, as far as Somali is concerned, she has already found herself a beloved father. This show has gorgeous art, a compelling environment and backstory, and two instantly relatable and sympathetic characters. Number 4 is Dorohedoro, and it is about the city of Hole is an isolated town where magic users go to test their skills by disfiguring or killing its people. After being cursed by a sorcerer, Kaiman was left with the body of a man and the head of a lizard. Kaiman was determined to break the spell over him to do that, and he worked with his associate, Nikaido, to search for the one who made him this way. But unfortunately, he didn't have any memory about who did this to him, so he must bite everyone who's magic users and interrogate them to see if they are the culprit. As Kamin kills the cruel magic users, will he be able to find out who the man in his mouth is, where the one he hunts is hiding, and return to normal while keeping the revengeful magic users at bay? You should watch this anime because of the action and because every episode of Dorohedoro felt very surprising, unlike every other serialized show I've ever seen. Number 3 is Ascendance of a Bookworm Part 2. When Mine discovers that the Holy Church needs mana for their relics, she sees it as her opportunity to be cured of her life-threatening mana trouble. After seeing their bountiful library, she throws herself headfirst into the church's grasp and begs to join their order. In exchange for her service and her unusually bountiful supply of mana, Mine is given the blue robes of a noble-born apprentice priestess, despite being a commoner. To Mine, all this talk of mana and nobility is trivial, as she now has access to an unlimited supply of books. As Mine transitions into the next phase of her life in this new world, she soon learns that achieving her dream has come at a heavy cost. Noble society is severe, unforgiving, and fueled by politics and neglect. She must now deal with the class conflict between the noble-born blue robes and the common-born gray robes. The high priestess attempts to oust her, and constant behavioral issues from her new retainers. With the help of her family, friends, and the enigmatic head priest whose loyalties and motives remain unknown, Mine seeks to overcome these obstacles and continue on the path to becoming her ideal self, the ultimate librarian. This anime is better in every possible way. Number 2 is called Heaven's Official Blessing, and it's about Zillion, the crown prince of Xion. The kingdom successfully ascends to heaven during his third trial despite successive demotions. But, Z accidentally shatters the gold palace of heavenly officials. With no humans worshipping him, Zillion has to descend to the secular world to exorcise ghosts, which may help him sustain his divinity. During the adventure, Z encounters two heavenly officials and a mysterious young man in red. For as a team, they experience lots of unreal and bizarre events and gradually get to know the dark past of the seemingly glamorous heaven. Although this anime Chinese, it has good action, and the animation quality is good, and you will enjoy watching this anime. Number 1 is Attack on Titan, the final season. It's been 4 years since the Scout Regiment reached the shoreline, and the world looks different now. Things are heating up as the fate of the Scout Regiment, and the people of Paradise, are determined at last. However, Ren is missing. Will he reappear before age-old tensions between Marlians and Eldians result in the War of All Wars? This season is a must-watch because you will get answers to the many plots that were missing before, and this season is more full action than before. Please like and share if you like the video. Comment your thought on the video.